Welcome back to Classical Grooming. Today we're going to talk about Joop pour Homme. This EDT is rather famous as being kind of an early 90s party fragrance, and it's kind of maligned for most of the modern wearers. Mr. Smelly doesn't like it. A Sense of South Jersey now finds it kind of boring. At least that's the latest video of his that I saw that he talked about this. And a lot of people just don't give it much love. And I think that's because they wear it wrong. So before I get into how I think it ought to be worn, let's talk about the notes. Okay, for Joop, the top notes are orange blossom, mandarin orange, bergamot, and Amalfi lemon. Boy, that was a mouthful. Middle notes, cinnamon, heliotrope, jasmine, cardamom, lily of the valley. And base notes, vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, patchouli, honey, tobacco, and vetiver. So the thing about the notes is when I'm smelling that, I can, if I sit back and I smell the fragrance, I can pick out some of it, but what it really comes across as is raspberry scented candle. I mean, a really nice raspberry scented candle, but that's kind of the overall thing that it reminds me of, although raspberry's not in the notes at all. And when I first wore it, I put it on, I'm thinking, yeah, this is kind of nice. And then about hour 3, I was ready for it to be done. I wanted it off because it just persisted with that strong scent. There was no real change as time went on. And I started to find it cloying. So the thing that I think people make mistake with this fragrance is that they put too much on. It really does project. It really lasts a long time. I usually get about 8 to 10 hours from it. And I found that if you apply it a little differently, instead of putting it on the pulse points, the neck, right, or on your chest, I put it on my forearm and on my back underneath my clothes. 2 sprays, right? And when I do that, it's much more layered. I can smell a little bit of what seems to be pine. I can smell a little bit of florals. I can start picking out some more of the notes, more than just this bulk raspberry candle odor that comes wafting to you and just doesn't seem to change. So people over apply it. If you apply it to places where it's not going to come bursting off your skin, it can be really nice. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 in its performance and in its overall appeal to my taste. It's not something I wear every day or even every week. It's something I wear about once a month just to kind of change things up, and I don't regret it. It's a nice thing to have in my cabinet for those monthly little excursions away from barbershop fougères and into something that's just a little bit more, I don't know if gourmand would even be the way you describe it, just a little bit different. Thank you for stopping by Classical Grooming. If you enjoy classical fragrances or modern fragrances viewed through a classical lens, please subscribe.